G'day and welcome to Ear Deals. If you're searching the internet for the right hearing aid for your lifestyle, budget and hearing loss, you've landed in the right place. We hope from this video you'll become a more informed consumer so that when you decide to take the next step, which we hope would be in one of our clinics with a free 60-day trial, you do so with the best foot forward. Today we'll be talking to you about the Phonak Marvel M-RT. Since the initial launch of the MR or Marvel Rechargeable and the M312, Phonak has since launched the M-RT, which stands for Marvel Rechargeable Telecoil. Now, let's start with the rechargeability first. The M-RT comes with a lithium-ion battery. For those of you who don't know what lithium-ion batteries are, they're smaller, they're faster charged, and they also give longer battery life. The M-RT has one other feature that differentiates it from the MR. T stands for Telecoil, which is a small wire found within the hearing aid itself. Telecoil connectivity is an automatic connectivity based solution found in different environments. Most commonly found in places like Europe, the Telecoil is also prominently found in places like universities, TAFEs, museums, and what we hear most commonly, movie theatres. So when you enter a movie theatre, you sit down. If they have a Telecoil capability within their PA system or audio source, basically your hearing aids will connect directly and you'll be streamed the volume directly to your M-RT devices. These are the features across the entire range that are consistent. So for instance, we talk about technology in this area. The Phonak Marvel comes in 4 technology levels. The Essential range at the M30, the Standard range at M50, the Advanced range at M70, and the Premium level at M90. Now what do these levels mean? Well, ultimately, the higher you go, the increased automation you get, the greater the fidelity is in noise, and the better the hearing aid performs in noise. When we talk about the technology levels, there's 2 key areas. The Phonak Marvel channels, for instance, are the areas of the hearing aids that provide the clarity and the fidelity of sound. As you go higher in the level, for instance, if you're at the top of the range in the M90 level, the clarity is better than it is at the bottom of the range at the M30. Now the reason for this is that the clarity is basically positioned around a thing called channels. The best way to think of channels is like listening to your favourite song on AM radio and then transitioning to that same favourite song on FM radio. You'll notice a distinct difference in the clarity of what you're hearing, and you'll find that the music and that same song has greater fidelity. The second thing that we look at is what we call the algorithms. Phonak has over 30 algorithms. As you go higher in the range, you get more of these algorithms or lines of code. These algorithms are designed for certain environments and in certain situations. And obviously when you go higher in the range, you get more of these algorithms which become more automatic and give you greater clarity in noisy or difficult to hear situations. Marvel has released 2 different charger case options. The mini charger, which is used for people who are traveling around a bit and they want to have a small charger in their bag, or the charger case combi. The charger case combi comes in 2 different variations. The charger case combi itself, which has a lid that covers the hearing aid when it's closed to dehumidify it. It also has the ability to put in a power pack in the base of the charger. Now what that gives us is up to 3 to 4 days worth of unwired charge. You guessed it. You charge the charger case combi with the power pack in the base of it, and you could go camping with no generator or power source anywhere. And that hearing aid would simply be placed in the charger case combi with the power pack, close the lid, it's dehumidified, and you will get up to 4 days worth of charge using that pack with no wires. What I'd like to do now is talk to you about the physical attributes of the Phonak Marvel range, starting with colour. Now there's no surprises here what Phonak has tried to achieve with their colour palettes that are available in the Marvel range, and that is discreetness. The hearing aids that are available in the colour palette basically attributed to hair and skin tones. So people who are concerned about how discreet the hearing aid is might choose to go with a colour that matches their hair or skin tone. The second key area that a lot of people are concerned about when they're selecting a hearing aid is the size. And what you have to make a decision on here is whether or not you go with a smaller device with less attributes. What I mean by this is, here in the dark grey, we have the Phonak replaceable battery in the 312 size. This hearing aid is the M-RT with a rechargeable lithium-ion battery and a Telecoil, which is a connectivity option in public places. As you can see here, there is a bit of a difference between the sizes of the two hearing aids. If you decide to go with a smaller option, you're effectively doing away with the lithium-ion rechargeable battery and the Telecoil. We also have an update to the button on the back of the hearing aid. Now this update on the button is more like a rocker button in the sense that it gives you the ability to adjust volume, preset programs for certain difficult to hear environments that you'll work on with your clinician, as well as the ability to accept and reject calls when your phone is ringing in your pocket. Another key area of the Marvel range that's been updated is the receiver wire. Now this is the physical receiver wire that goes from the back of the hearing aid into your ear canal. Phonak has updated the way that the wire is preset and contours to the face with a number of different links. What this means is that you're going to have a receiver wire that contours to the face closer, it's more discreet and arguably more comfortable. Another area that's updated is the silicone dome on the end of the receiver wire and the wax filter. The dome on the end has been updated to a variety of sizes with open and vented options. The reason for this is to give you some options that have got a bit more of a natural sound, as well as some that are a bit more comfortable. The other area that I'd like to clarify, which is one of the biggest questions that we get when people are calling over the phone, is how is the Marvel going to respond with someone who wears glasses? And the answer is we've had a lot of clients that have come into our clinic with different types of glasses with different frame thicknesses. And the reality is that we haven't had any complaints yet or any feedback that it's actually interfering with the hearing aid's performance. One of the most exciting features that Phonak brought out with the Phonak Marvel was its ability to connect to multiple devices through what they call Bluetooth technology. Up until now, hearing aids haven't had the ability to connect to multiple different types of phones. So what we would find is that people were either connecting to iPhone or Android devices. We at Eardeals believe that this has been one of the key reasons why the Phonak Marvel has been so successful. When we look at hearing aid technology and hearing aids themselves, the average life of a hearing aid through Eardeals is somewhere between 5 to 7 years. As a result of that, people are more likely to change their mobile phone type than they are their hearing aids. And this is why this area of connectivity is really important. So what have we got? We've got Bluetooth connectivity to both Android and iPhone. We've got Bluetooth connectivity straight from your smartphone for phone calls directly to both ears. So when a call comes through, you simply press a button on the back of the hearing aid, leave your phone in your pocket and start talking. And then when you finish the call, you press the button again and you hang up. One of the other key areas that Phonak has developed around the same time as launching Marvel is their accessories. Now these accessories range for a variety of different types of scenarios, particularly around listening to TV and in difficult situations like noise. We'll start with TV. The Phonak TV connector is a device that gives us the ability to plug the device into the back of your TV, you turn your TV on, and it automatically starts. For instance, if you get a phone call directly to your hearing aids, the TV will actually lower its volume and you can then hang up the call on your hearing aids and the TV will go back to regular volume. The TV connector is great when you're sitting on the couch with a particular person in your family who doesn't have a hearing loss. You will actually hear the TV at your volume and the person who's sitting on the couch without a hearing loss will hear it at their volume. What we also like about the TV connector is its sound quality. It has significant high quality sound definition, only really realised by hearing aid wearers when they've got the TV connector plugged to their Phonak hearing aids. So it's a great place to start when you're talking to your audiologist. Other devices include the Roger Select. Now the Roger Select is a round circular device which gives the wearer the ability to connect to the Roger Select in an environment that is noisy. One of the best situations for the Roger Select to be used is in a meeting environment, placing the Roger Select in a group of 2 or 3 or a larger meeting room. The Roger Select will help with directionality of voice and amplify the sound back through your hearing aids with a greater ability to hear in noise. One of the other great features of the Roger Select is its ability to work as a TV connector as well. One of the most exciting features of the Phonak Marvel range is not even the Phonak Marvels themselves, it's the supporting app from Phonak called myPhonak app. Now, the reason we love the myPhonak app so much is the ability it gives our wearers to make their own adjustments in environments that they weren't necessarily ready for. It gives you the ability to toggle between volume levels, different programs that you might preset yourself or use the programs that are designed by Phonak within the actual app itself. It also gives you the ability to check your battery levels, and also it gives you the ability to toggle in different types of noisy situations with your noise control features. Now, we really like the final area of this app, which is the remote support. It hasn't been one of the areas that has been typically taken up a lot in our clinics, and probably because the app itself gives a lot of different types of adjustments. But you can now actually have your hearing aids adjusted remotely with this app, which helps people who live a long distance away from clinics. Thank you for watching our informational video about the Phonak Audeo M-RT, which stands for Rechargeable and Telecoil. As a refresher, we spoke about the different technology levels that the M-RT was available in, which is the M30, which is essential, M50, which is standard, M70, which is advanced, and M90, which is premium. So if you're in a position where you feel like you can take the next step, please take advantage of the EarDeals 60-day trial and call us today on 1300 010 064 to take advantage of our 60-day trial. Thank you and bye for now.